it so that I don't echo when Twitch starts.
Hey, Aaron, you're in one of your super deep phases, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, everybody, welcome to the Sunken World Saga.
Yeah!
If you can't tell, I am back to
World.
producing this episode. So this is a Dungeons & Dragons live stream, where the thing that really makes it a little bit different is it is essentially several groups of adventurers in a shared universe. We have 8 players, each with 2 characters. Those characters are split across 4 groups with 4 characters each. Tonight we return to our first group, Group 1, aptly named. I'm going to have each of those characters introduce themselves, then I'm going to give what I believe, based on my notes, will be the shortest recap we have had in the history of the show. So first up, Biff.
Hi, my name is Zach. I play Biff Tree Needle, a halfling bard.
After Biff, we have Jackson.
My name's Nathaniel, and I'm playing the human wizard Jackson Pars.
After Jackson, we have Zakar.
Hey, I'm Aaron. I'm playing the human ranger / rogue, Zakar.
And bringing up the rear for Adventuring Group 1, we have Qualid.
Hi, I'm Brian Ziola, and I play Qualid, and I am angry.
So after a small handful of adventures, the Adventuring Group 1 finds themselves in Zeshan, the entrance to the trade lands if you are coming from the south. They overheard a town crier of sorts, a herald, talking about a vile mercenary company that had taken up in Fort Subdar. The adventurers, spurred on by Zakar getting a message from a portion of his beliefs structure, the arm of death in Koshantrianism, and Qualid seemingly having a personal grudge, they snuck in with the help of a knight who they found out was a drow. They stormed in a rage, in a rampage, and Zakar killed everything because he could fire a whole lot of arrows really quick. And they made it into the keep, looking for the leader of this group of mercenaries called the Pack, only to find a woman who claimed she wouldn't fight back, but that she had something for Qualid. Qualid left her to die on the ground, as she told them that if they chose, they could go on to the commander's quarters without him hearing them. That is where we left off, and now we are back in Dungeons & Dragons.
Okay. Do any of these corpses or the lady who is dying have anything interesting on them that would pique Jackson's fancy?
The woman who is dying, who Biff just slipped a healing potion to, she doesn't seem to have anything of more interest than the packet that she gave to Qualid. Okay. These two fellas, why don't you make an investigation check for both of them?
Okay. That is a 20, dirty 20.
Okay, not bad. You look through their things, and you find on one of them, you find 2 pieces of platinum, and on the other one, you find a common healing potion. And Qualid, I'm assuming, is ready to get on down that hallway.
Yeah, so it's a hallway, correct?
There is a hallway. It is a very long hallway. And as soon as you cross, you can hear something. So I need to know, are you trying to go in quiet, or are you going in loud?
So what I want to do is I want to walk into the hallway and then immediately press my back against the wall and kind of sit for just a moment.
Sure.
And collect myself. I want to look at what's in that box.
Okay.
What's in the box?
So...
And just a reminder, if you're doing a stealth check, I do still have Pass Without a Trace up, and I have Long Strider up on me then. So.
Yep.
I think Qualid should be small now. That spell only lasts up to a minute.
Yeah. So
I shrink against the wall.
Qualid, when you open up the... it's like a thin wooden box, like a small case. And when you open it, you find simply a iron key, like a large iron key, and a slip of paper that says, in as many languages as there were on the front of the box, Common, Elvish, Dwarvish, Orc, everything, the chamber beneath Fort Subdar, something awaits you.
Okay. I'll toss the box, and I'll loop the key like into a chain or a ribbon, and put it around my neck. And
Sure.
under my armor.
Sure. And what you hear and what your companions hear if they join you in the hallway is, "Now look, there hasn't been a drow born in 200 years, except for half drow, and all of them are part me. All right, it's bullshit. I'm not throwing my life away to defend a bunch of idiots taken in by a half-elf surfacer. I figure they're willing to pay a lot for that little girl, because she must have been one of the last ones born. So, yeah, I think we're going to be sitting pretty."
Do I hear a second voice?
Yeah, you do. Why hasn't there been a drow born in so long? All of them went to sleep. Couple, not 200 years ago, it was 60 years ago, but it was just, we live a long time. Nobody thought we would have a shortage. Then, 60 years ago, like a half-elf kid, 7 years old, 8 years old, it's hard to tell, shows up and says that the drow, any drow who dies in the next 100 years, he said, was the time frame we would be gone forever. And if we were able to just ensure that none of us died in a war with another kingdom, we'd be fine. So my queen, another queen, and another king all agreed everybody would just go to sleep. But I was one of the lucky 200 soldiers who got to stay awake and make sure nobody came down and fucked with the queen's bed. And one day I got tired, so I came up here. So, you'll go back and take the girl? I won't go back. I'll send somebody. Owen Bell, maybe. He's scary enough.
I think someone might come through here.
Let's kill him.
All right,
Yeah, when Jackson says that, I'll move forward.
everybody make a stealth check with that plus 10. Qualid, you're the only one at disadvantage.
Yep. That's
Oof.
right, I am.
So 21.
Okay.
29.
The hell was that? Shit. Throw me that potion. And you hear the sound of something being gurgled as two forms sound like they jump up out of bed.
All right, let's just rush it. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna run and kick down the door.
I'm gonna ready an acid splash that if I see anybody on the other side of the door that's not part of my friend's team,
Sure.
I'll let it loose.
Sure. How's everybody positioned when Qualid's gonna kick in that door?
Stay pretty far back here.
I think that, I already moved here. So.
Yeah, no worries.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay right where I am. I'm gonna hide behind the much shorter than me halfling.
Okay, Qualid, make an athletics check.
Yeah, athletics.
And I have my bow out then, just to...
Sure.
Yeah, bow up.
Okay, yeah, Khalid, you kick the door and it just falls in. It's a very old door. Unfortunately, Jackson, you don't quite make anybody out from
Okay.
your angle because you're pretty far back. Khalid, however, you can see... Oh, that was the hide area. Khalid, you can see the drow leader of the pack without his mask, standing with 2 short swords at the ready, looking at you. Everybody, please roll initiative.
I can see that he's drow.
Yeah, you can see that he's a drow. You can see that he's the drow that you remember.
I know some of them were wearing masks before.
Yeah, but he is not this time.
Okay, got it.
23.
And what did Biff get? 12.
12, yeah.
That's very sweet of you, Brian, to make sure I can go before one person.
No problem. That's what I'm here for. I'm just here to block the door and make sure you can go before me.
Okay, so first up is going to be Zakar.
Okay. I guess I can't really see over here from my line of sight. Looking through the door this way, where I just pinged, were there any other people? Or...
None that you can see.
Okay, how far into the... Sorry, is any more of this revealed?
I'm gonna show you just a little bit. You can see like that.
Alright, in that case, I'm gonna move back here. Do I have line of sight?
On
Corner, right?
yes, on Gilzandiort. Gilzindort is how his name should be said.
Okay. Yeah,
He's
then
gonna
I'll
be dead
just
soon enough.
I'll shoot twice with my action.
Yeah.
It's 27 to hit, 29 to hit,
Both of those hit.
and that is a total of 30 damage. And I'm gonna choose fire damage as the extra damage on both of those strikes.
Oh, okay. Well, you'd picked Radiant before, and you pick it for the rest of the day.
Oh, you pick it per day. Okay, I didn't realize that. I thought it was. Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, I guess I don't. That actually, I'm thinking of the wrong item. So I guess it would be fire. I'm thinking of the wrong item. My bad. So that's
Okay. It
8?
doesn't really matter to me. So
8
yeah.
fire damage. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
And for my bonus action, I am going to dodge. Is that one of the options?
I don't think as a cunning action you can dodge. You can dash, hide, or
Disengage. Okay,
Yeah.
right. Okay. Yeah, there's nothing to hide behind, so I guess that's my turn.
Okay. Then next up, it is going to be Gilzendort. And he is going to dart forward extremely quickly. And you notice that as he sprints forward, this sort of sound comes over his sword as he moves. Like, as it cuts through the air, there is this subtle noise of thunder. And he gets in your face, Khalid, and he is going to attack once with that and once with his other short sword. First attack is only a 14. That would
Does
miss.
not hit.
Second attack with that other short sword is a 25.
That hits.
Okay. You take... You take 8 points of piercing damage, as basically the first one he slashes and you do something to avoid it. And then that first one he is going to basically draw it back, readying it for another attack, and as he does, he sort of just feints in, stabs you with that first short sword. Then he's going to take a second attack. And that one with his sword that is making that thunder noise as it moves through the air is a 25.
Hits.
Okay. That one you take 6 piercing damage and 14 thunder damage.
Okay, so it's 20, and then 6 from before that.
Yes. And then he draws both swords back and is going to attack you with them again.
Whoa.
So the thunder one, that is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. So you take 6 piercing damage and 11 thunder damage. And then from his short sword, that is a 28.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. And you will take, well, only 6 piercing damage again. And then he is going to take a second follow-up attack with his thunder short sword.
This is his 4th attack on me?
Yeah, he's hasted. That's a dirty 20.
Yeah, it hits.
Okay. That is 8 piercing damage
Okay.
and only 6 thunder damage.
Okay.
And there we go. That's his turn. He says, I don't
turn.
know what the hell you're doing here, but I'd turn tail and run, boy.
Cool. I'm down to 5 hit points.
Okay. That's his turn. Next up in the order, it is Biff.
All right. Yeah, seeing Quali take such a beating, I am going to run up to him. Cast Cure Wounds, 2nd level. Alright, so you get 13 points from that. And I'm also going to do, as a bonus action, Healing Word. Give you a little extra pad of healing here. At a 2nd level as well. So, for 10.
10?
Yep.
Thank you.
And then, yeah, I'm just going to take a few steps back here. Actually, I think I can go there. That's it.
Okay. You all watch as a tall, half-orc woman holding a great axe sort of darts out, looks over the looks over the drow, and then darts back. Seeing that the way is a little bit blocked going forward. And next up, Jackson.
Did we see which way that orc came from originally?
Yeah, it was over here. Sorry, not on the pulse. She was over here.
Okay. Okay, Jackson is going to, with his left hand, draw a glyph in the air that turns into almost like looks like you can see a fiery rock behind it. And with his right hand, he's going to pull out his dagger and he's going to cut through the glyph with a swoop up. And he says, I'm drawing you from the fiery pits of hell. And right here, in this location, 2 fire snakes are going to be summoned out. I'll link the spell. Where is it? There we go.
Okay.
And so if you could have them one here and one here. And it almost looks like there's a rip through the fabrics of reality, as if somebody cut a, what would you call it, a curtain. And you see this hellish world of fire and molten rocks and smoke, and these 2 things slither out, and I throw a glyph out, and they split and become almost like halos above their heads, and I say, and I bind you to my will. Kill the orc.
Okay, and where did you drop them? Sorry, I had the spell covering my map. Okay.
There. And then I am going to move here and end my turn. Now the fire snakes need to roll their own initiative.
Yep.
Do you want me to control them, or do you want to?
I think you control them.
Okay. I will bring their things up.
They both have the same initiative.
Yeah, it's a grouped initiative,
Okay, 8.
so it's an 8.
So they
we
won't
roll.
go this round.
That's fine.
Okay, and was that your turn?
Yes, that is my turn.
Okay, Khalid, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna bonus action Misty Step right here,
Sure.
and then I'm going to just run and shove with my charger.
Sure.
So I'm gonna throw him out the door. And with my sentinel feet, when I shove him out, then I'll take an opportunity attack.
Attack of opportunity.
Uh,
Which weapon are you using?
Mage killer.
Gotcha. 15 does not hit.
Okay. Wait. Okay. He still gets shoved though, right? Or do I have to make like an athletics for the shove?
I think you shove him.
Okay.
He kind of lets himself be shoved. Is that your turn?
That's it. That's my turn.
Okay. Then next up, we go back to the top of the order with Sakar.
Okay, so I don't forget this time. I'm going to go ahead and focus here upon this drow. So that is my Monster Slayer feature. And I'm going to just try to shoot him again with my action. So 2 normal strikes with Fail Not. 26 to hit, 24 to hit.
Both of those will hit.
And all right, that's 21, 32, 33, and then an additional 5, so 38 points of damage.
And was 6 of it fire?
Yes, 6 of it was fire.
Okay.
So, Ben, is that? I mean, I'm happy to roll it whatever you want, but do I choose it each time it strikes, or like once per day, or?
I don't want to pull the description up while we're streaming, so I will check it after.
Yeah, we
and
can
then-
talk about it later.
Yeah. So for now,
let's just assume it's radiant or fire, whichever one you choose. So I don't care.
fire's fine.
Okay.
And okay, and is that your turn?
I will step forward, and then that's my turn.
Okay. I mean, he does not look. He doesn't look pleased. He definitely does not like having these big, jutting wounds, pouring thin trickles of silver blood out of his chest. He is going to walk to right here, and he hums something. It's almost like he is singing a elvish song without opening his mouth. And then he is going to take one swing with each short sword at each of the fellows in front of him. So the one on you, Zakar, is a 18.
It hits.
Okay. And the one on you, Biff, is a natural 1. So he goes to swing, and I think he misjudges your height. And he accidentally, because of what happens on his first swing, is going to drop that short sword, and it is going to clang down over here. So I will draw that. But basically, Zakar, when you get hit, like full on in the chest, you hear that booming thunder, and you are going to take additional damage from a branding smite. But first you take 10 points of piercing damage, and then 14 points of thunder damage, and 8 points of radiant damage. So it's 10, 14, 8. So that is what? 32. 32 points total. Okay, that was his first attack. So for his second attack, he's just going to take that short sword, and angry that he didn't make contact, he is going to hit Biff. This one is a 26 to hit.
That'll do it.
Okay. Well, you only take 5 points of piercing damage. Then you take 9 points of thunder damage.
Okay.
And then he is going to step over here. So, Biff, if you had your rapier drawn, you have an attack of opportunity.
Okay. That's
10 doesn't quite cut it. He manages to slip away. And he is going to get right in front of you, Jackson, and he is going to take a swing.
Okay.
That is a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. You take 6 points of piercing damage, only 6 points of thunder damage.
Oh,
Then he will take a follow-up swing. So that was... Do you have to maintain concentration on your summon?
yeah, let me roll that.
Okay.
It fails.
Okay.
They disappear.
You hear as your snakes pop back
I
out.
think they disappear. Let me double check real quick.
Okay.
Make sure they don't just like run rampant.
Sure. As that happens, you take... you get hit with a 26. So he will do damage to you again. You take 8 piercing and only 6 thunder. And that is going to be his turn.
What was the damage again? And yeah, they just disappear.
Okay, it was 40 total.
Jesus.
No, sorry, 14 total. My bad. 14. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay. That hurt like a motherfucker.
Okay, and there we go. That was his turn. Next up, it is Biff.
Okay. Kind of sensing the danger we're in here, I am going to reach into my pouch and pull out a caterpillar cocoon, kind of crush it up in my hand, and then sniff the dust, and then in that same breath, sing out a note that will has transformative properties as I cast polymorph on this dude.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to turn him into a turkey.
Okay. What does he
No,
have to?
turkeys are vicious.
What does he have to save against?
It's a wisdom. I believe it's 16.
Okay. He does not succeed. He gets turkeyfied.
All right. And then, I guess as a bonus action, I'll cast Healing Word as a 3rd level. Sorry. On Jackson.
Okay, I'm gonna say that he has vulture stats.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. It's Jackson the 16 points back.
Oh,
Sure.
nice, thank you.
Okay. Is that your turn, Biff?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Next up, it is this half-orc woman's turn, and she just lets out this blood-curdling cry and steps up to Khalid. And she is going to swing her great axe at you. It's a 20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. Take 11 slashing damage.
Yep.
And then she's going to swing it again.
Nope.
Yep, 12 misses, and she's going to attack a final time as a bonus action. Oh wait, no, she took her bonus action to rage, so she can't this turn. Okay.
Aha! Fool. You could have beat me.
And that is going to be her turn. So next up, it is Jackson. It's your turn. You're in front of a turkey. This Timothy
Okay.
Chalamet looking ass drow just became a turkey.
I'm going to encourage you not to kill it.
Right.
Called by its turkey ass name.
We could maybe trap it.
Okay, I will cast Misty Step
Sure.
and move 30 feet to here.
Good. That turkey was going to take an attack of opportunity on you.
And it probably would hit me.
Probably. It's a dexterous turkey.
And then I will... Actually, I'm going to reverse that. I move there using... Benign Transposition. So I teleport 30 feet with my action, and then I bonus action use Misty Step.
Okay.
And go to there. And since I used Misty Step, I get my Benign Transposition back. And I will use my movement to run all the way to the back corner.
Okay.
And then my turn.
Sure. All right. And then it is Qualine's turn.
All right. I don't. There's nothing to do but kill. I'll attack 17.
17 hits. Just hits.
Okay. So it's 9 plus 2. So 11 damage total.
Okay. She takes half of that.
Okay, I'll do it again. 12 does not hit.
12 doesn't hit. Oh.
And that is my turn.
And she is just like growling through her tusks.
No. I'm going to bonus action use the rest of my lay on hand that I didn't use and go up 20 hit points.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
Gotcha. Next up, we go back to the top of the order with Zakar.
Alright, I'm going to take a 5-foot step here. With Sharpshooter, I ignore half or 3/4 cover, so I think I can just hit her normally. And I'm going to attack with Phil Knot. Just a regular attack, not Sharpshooter.
Okay.
Twice for my regular action. 20 to hit, and 13 to hit.
20 hits, 13 does not.
Okay. And for... and she's within 5 feet of an ally, so I can sneak attack.
Sure.
And we're still saying that's fire. That's a total of 24 points of damage.
Okay. She takes 12.
God, I'm so bad at using my bonus actions this time. I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark on her now. So that's my turn.
Yeah, she is marked by your hunter's mark. Okay. Then next up, it is this turkey. Now remind me, with Polymorph, does he get to try to break out every turn? Or does it just last up to an hour, or are you breaking concentration?
It just
I
lasts.
think it's up to an hour me concentration unless it falls to 0 hit points and then it reverts back.
Okay. Then he's going to run over here and peck at you, Biff.
Okay.
This is 17 to hit.
Yeah, that is.
Alright. You take 2 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
Can you please make a constitution saving throw?
Come on. 13.
Alright, you managed to hold on.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna peck it on the head with a finger and like, don't you do that.
All right, that's half of its HP that you just took down.
No.
No, I'm just joking.
How dare you?
Biff, it is now your turn.
Okay. Gonna get away from this turkey, but it's gonna take an attack of opportunity on me if I do.
You can disengage if you want.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think I can viciously mock from here. I'm gonna viciously mock this orc, and make a snide remark about her large teeth. It's just gonna make a DC 16 Wisdom.
Yeah. No, she does not do well on it.
4 whole damage.
Uh,
She has disadvantage.
And for the first time, she takes the full damage.
Oh.
And yeah, she has disadvantage on her turn, which is now. Is it just her next attack or any attacks made on her turn?
Her next attack.
Okay, so her first attack on you, Khalid, will be at disadvantage.
Okay.
Don't believe a 16 hits you.
Nope.
Okay. Second attack, not at disadvantage. Dirty 20.
Jeez. Yep, that hits.
Okay.
I thought Aaron's 22 was you rolling a nat 20 on me.
You take 17 points of slashing damage. And then her attack with a bonus action is a 15, so that won't hit.
That won't hit, no.
And then she is going to sort of just dance around you and get right there. But going the whole time. After her,
Okay.
Jackson, it's your turn. He only hit you twice, so I guess you
Okay.
maintained it.
Oh, okay. I still have it up then.
Shoot. Let me measure something real quick.
Dun 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 dun.
And
dun,
all of my
dun,
spells take up this whole room.
Battle music. Battle music. If you're watching, please compose us some battle music for free.
Alright, let's do... I'm going to pull out this bone and draw a weird glyph into the air, and it's going to fly across the air and settle right here below
Quadid.
Qualid, thank you. And you all start hearing this horrible barking sound as
I quite
there
like it.
is a invisible faithful hound there. Okay, you already drew it. And basically, as long as anybody is standing near it, you're going to hear this horrible barking sound. And on my turn, it makes an attack on any enemy that's within range of that square, within 5 feet of that square.
Ooh. Don't let the turkey get near it.
Yeah.
And the things it attacks are hostile to me and not to friendlies.
Okay.
And it's my spellcasting modifier plus my proficiency bonus to hit, and it deals 4d8 damage.
Jeez.
So I'm going to go ahead and roll that. What's my spellcasting shit?
That's a faithful ass
I'll
dog.
say,
It's not the start of your turn. You have to
Oh,
wait
that's a
until
good
your
point.
next turn. Yeah.
wait, does it say at the start of my turn?
At the
Yep.
start of each of your turns, the hound
Okay.
can bite one creature.
Okay, cool. But that is my action, and I don't think I want to move. So I'm going to just end my turn there.
Okay. Then Khalid, you are up next.
All right. I'm going to attack. 22.
22 hits.
9 plus 2, 11 damage.
Okay. She'll take half of that.
And then I will attack one more time.
Sure. 19 hits.
I'm going to channel Divinity this time.
Okay.
So 10 plus, or so 12 to 2d8. 20 damage total, so 10.
Okay. Yeah, she's bloodied.
And as a bonus action, I will end my turn.
Okay. Then we go back to the top of the order. So, Zakar, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to move back over here so I can see her. I'm going to use my bonus action to focus my ire on the half-orc instead of the turkey. And I will use my action to try to shoot her again with Will Not.
Okay.
Natural 20
Natural 20. Okay.
and natural 1.
All right. So first one hits. Second one misses.
The first one is where I'm putting all of my other stuff on too.
Sure.
So,
Sneak attack, everything. Yeah.
Sneak attack, hunter's mark, slayer's prey. Are we just doubling it, or are we rolling twice?
I think let's just double everything that it didn't naturally do that for. So.
Okay. So that's the bottom ones are 25. I don't know what kind of damage sneak attack is. It just says damage, I think.
I think it's the
Slayer's
weapon
Prey-
type that you use.
Okay. And Slayer's Prey is also weapon type. Hunter's Mark is just considered magical damage. I don't know.
Okay, it's not
It
psychic.
doesn't really specify either. Yeah,
Okay.
not psychic. Correct.
So
yeah.
what does that total add up to? It's
Okay,
22,
yeah,
6.
So 25 plus 22 is what? 47 plus 6 is 53.
Okay, so you do exact damage once it is halved, and she
Nice.
falls back dead with your arrow poking out of her forehead. You all are now with this turkey. Zakar, was that the end of your turn?
Well, yeah. So does anything bad happen with the one, or do I just miss?
You just miss.
Okay, that's bad enough.
I mean, Jackson, an arrow pierces the wall next to you. It's such a powerful blow.
Jesus.
These are clearly stone walls. That's crazy.
How good at archery is Zakar?
Yeah, that's my turn. Sorry.
Okay, turkey's gonna come right here. Try and peck at you again, Biff.
Okay.
Natural 20 for the turkey.
All right.
Or just
Well,
run into
hard
this
as-
room.
Heck.
So you take 6 points of piercing damage. Can you make a Constitution saving throw?
Yep.
All right, you save, so he's still a turkey. And it goes. And okay.
I
Next
speak
up.
turkey, so that was pretty fucked up what he said.
Next up, Biff. It's your turn.
Okay. So I'm gonna pull a bottle of booze from my pouch and try to use animal handling to force feed this turkey a good bit of booze, just to like subdue it or knock it out or something.
Okay, you have to beat
But not poison it.
You have to beat a 16 with disadvantage.
Okay. Probably not, but here we go. 13.
All right, yeah, the turkey goes to peck at your hand, and you pull back.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna kind of shout to my team, like, maybe if we could find a small cage or a box or something to wrap it up in. If it's tight enough and strong enough, I can just release the spell, and then it would turn into a full-size thing in a strong, small box. So it probably wouldn't feel too good.
Do we have anything like that?
I don't know.
There's a dresser in here.
Well, what if we just all attack him at once?
mean,
Well, draw him into this room then.
we have an hour is the thing, so we have time.
Can I grapple the turkey without doing damage?
Yeah, make an athletics check.
23.
Yeah, that beats
Nice.
the turkey.
Okay, I pick up the turkey and I carry it into this room. I stand on this bare rug and I say, "Bing," but nothing happens. So then I move over to Jackson.
So when you carried it through the threshold,
Oh God! Oh, it went past the dog. Fuck you.
The dog only attacks at the beginning of my turn.
Oh, that's true.
without first speaking the word that you specify when you cast a spell, the hound starts barking
It just
loudly.
barks.
Okay, it barks.
And it's just barking because none of you guys know the thing and you're all within 30 feet of it. So it's just, we're literally shouting over top of this horrendous barking.
Wait, hold on, Jackson. Was it Bing?
No, it was not.
Damn
It
it.
was Geller. Okay.
I have a turkey.
Don't bring it near me.
I mean, we can at least like heal up a little bit. Maybe we're all looking pretty rough.
Yeah, healing would be good. We have about 48 seconds less than an hour to take a short rest.
I mean, maybe we can just.
54.
Tie that thing up.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could just tie it up really well.
It's a minute. I don't know. Do we have anything that we could tie it up with?
Yeah, I've got this rope.
Yeah, I've got rope.
He pecks at your hand.
Nah, he can't get me.
It's a dirty 20 to hit.
That hits me.
You take 4 points of piercing damage.
Yep.
Make a Constitution saving throw.
For what?
See if you can hold on to him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. 18.
Okay, you hold on to him.
Can I, what's the thing you can do where you can't make them attack after grappling?
You could restrain it. So if you grabbed it near the head.
Yeah, I'm going to restrain it. And act like I'm going to rip his head off like you do with turkeys. I don't know if that's what you do with turkeys. I'm a vegan.
Can I walk up and assist him with that? Like, I'll grab onto the turkey's,
Talons.
talons. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So you've got this turkey.
I mean, if we tie him like this, does the wraps, what does it do to him when he turns back into a human?
And I guess if we found something strong enough and tied it tight enough, it would slice him in two. Maybe
It would just cut him up. Yeah.
we have
hurt him.
chain. If we could find some chains or.
Wasn't there a prison? Can we just go put him in a cell? Weren't there
There were
isn't that where the
cells.
little girl was?
Yeah, there were cells out there.
Okay, I'm gonna draw a glyph.
Yeah, because
So
we've just been
that
shouting
nothing
this
bad
over,
happens.
over this horrible
Yeah.
barking the whole time.
I did 0 things during that fight.
It's
Except
okay.
for expend most of my spell slots.
Yeah, I know. I'm running pretty low on spell slots as well.
Yeah, I mean, we could put him in a cell. It doesn't seem like he was a magic caster. It sounded like he drank a potion.
His sword was doing a fair bit of work. He'll still have that on him when he comes back too. So.
Oh, yeah.
His other
For
short
sure.
sword is out in the hallway.
Oh, that's right.
While we
So
have him
I'm-
restrained like this... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
While we have him restrained like this, can I go ahead and start wrapping some rope around him and trying to tie up the turkey?
Yeah, make a survival check with disadvantage because Quillied is holding what might be the easiest place to tie
Yeah,
him
sure.
up. And he's fighting you.
That's a 25.
All right, you tie him up pretty good.
Okay. And then when he's tied up pretty good, I'm gonna let go of his feet.
Sure.
Talons.
I'm
What if
gonna
we
dig
throw him into
through
a
this
pool of
dresser
liquid metal?
here.
Yeah, Jackson, when you dig through all of that, you find a dwarven wizard's vest. And what that essentially is it is a vest that you can wear, doesn't require attunement. It is basically like a buttonable vest, but it's a little bit flowier, like a robe. And it will make your AC 11 plus your Dex modifier instead of 10.
Oh wow! So my AC goes up to 12.
I mean, hey, baby, that's you can run into some goblins which don't exist in this world, and you'll be looking pretty.
Is it flamboyantly patterned?
It's just flamboyant for dwarves.
Okay.
I think
I'm gonna just fit it under my long occult black robe.
Yeah, it's like a sort of cobalt gray, with like some big square patterns that have kind of like, there's like a big square, and before it connects at the fourth point, it like zigs in just once. That's kind of what it looks like.
Okay, cool.
It's like a fun TJ Maxx shirt, you know. Jackson's looking like a Maxxinista.
Ben, what's this thing behind Khalid?
That is a mirror. Do you check out your reflection in it?
Yeah, of course. And I'm gonna like fix my mustache a little bit.
Yeah.
When I do that.
When you look in it, you look handsomer than you've ever looked before.
Ooh, I stand up a little straighter, I think, and brush off some of the dirt that's on me.
Yeah. Biff, if you look in it, you look more beautiful and more handsome than you've ever looked before.
Well, that's pretty impressive considering my charisma's already 21, so
Yeah, it is.
you're looking pretty beautiful and handsome.
But when you look at each other's reflection, you notice flaws that you've never noticed in the other one's face before.
Well, I
Since
don't
you're
notice anything in Biff's because they have a charisma of 21.
I have perfect skin.
Then Biff, you notice Zakar's got some faults that you haven't seen before.
One side of his mustache is like a quarter of an inch shorter than the other.
It's got split ends in his mustache.
Yeah. But then the longer you look in the mirror, you start to notice some faults in your own appearance. Even you, Biff.
I don't like that. I pull out
Yeah.
some booze and take a drink.
Yeah, I'll stop looking as soon as I notice faults in myself.
Yeah, me too.
All right. It's been about a minute.
Mirror or not,
since
I'm blind to my own faults, so...
What about should we look through his bed? Maybe he keeps like special paper. Quaid, who is this guy? It sounds
they
like he
probably-
Yeah, who are all these people?
I'd very much like to murder this turkey. What if we wrap it in this bear rug and then tie that up at the ends? So that
Yeah.
he turns into a human and he's in a little bag of bear.
Well, we should still throw him in a cell first.
No.
Also, yeah, are there any sexual fluids in the sheets of this bed?
There
All
are.
right.
You have triple advantage on finding.
Jackson takes actions that
There
nobody
are.
needs to know about.
But when Jackson, when you poofed into the room, over in this corner, you did notice that there was what appeared to be a drank potion, like vial, on this table.
Yeah, we heard him
You
drinking.
got Sunny D or this purple drink.
Monster energy.
Can I just take a quick whiff of it to see if it smells like anything I would know about?
Sure. Make a nature check.
Oh boy.
Well, you're an alchemist. Make a check with your alchemy kit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 26.
It was a haste potion. Gives you haste for 30 minutes.
Yeah, keep the heck out of that.
Like there's not enough in here for it to affect anyone.
There's none left. No.
It's a turkey.
This is how the guy was moving so fast. He might
Taking so many attacks.
not be able to be so fast.
Has the turkey
once
been
this wears
slugging
off.
for a round yet?
The turkey is moving at the normal speed of a turkey.
Okay. There was never a point when it like slowed down and got all molassesy for a second.
No.
Okay.
Alright, well, let's wrap this turkey in this bearskin rug, tie that around with some ropes.
Put it in
Take
the
it to one of these
cabinet.
cells.
Then we'll throw
Take
the
it to one of
cabinet in
these
the ocean.
cells and then lock it up in a cell.
Okay.
And then let's heal a little bit, and then we can work out what to do. Because he'll be bound in the bearskin rug, he'll be in the cell, like the haste potion will have worn off, so I think we'll be in pretty good shape.
Yeah, let's do it. Hey, Biff, will you do me a favor?
Yeah, what's up?
Will you look at that orc body and see if there's anything cool on it? I don't want to let go of this turkey.
Okay.
What'd you get?
None of us have called him Jive yet.
16.
16. The great axe is it's a good axe. Not any better than a normal great axe you could find in a shop or anything. There's it's like a pouch with some gold in it. It's about 15 gold.
Looks like we got a little gold and a great axe that's more of a good axe, I guess.
Strap the great axe to my back.
You gotta make sure you're putting the weight in.
I've got a Guandao, a mage killer, a javelin, and a trident.
Biff, do you want this short sword that he dropped?
Yeah, I came over here to look at that.
Yeah, when you inspect it, it is a perfectly made short sword. It's +1 short sword.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
I'm pretty partial to my old tree needle here, and pat my rapier. So if one of you guys want it, feel free.
I think it's better than mine, if you don't mind.
For sure.
Yeah, no, it's just a +1 then.
Yeah.
Okay. And I cast.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, and while I was walking over, I pulled out some mistletoe and I started saying a short prayer to Jula Musdan, and I cast Goodberry, so everybody can have 2 Goodberry.
You and Khalid can have mine.
Yeah, I'm not looking too bad
Has
either.
kept me quite healthy, thankfully.
Okay. Well, we can
Been
just split
3
them.
so far.
Yeah, we'll just split them then, Khalid.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and eat 3 of mine as well.
I also found this, and I pull out the common healing potion if you all are in desperate need.
I mean, if we're gonna rest, if you plan on resting, I have enough to keep me alive. If you want me to hold it, though, I'm not too far from death's door. I also don't have to hold it. Listen, I have a turkey in my hands. I probably
I'm
shouldn't hold
asking
it.
if you want to drink it now.
No, I'm saying probably not now. Let's save it.
All right, I'll hold on to it then.
Okay. If I fall, then you have to pour it into my gullet. And I like lullabies when that happens.
Yeah.
All right, let's go. I can't make the turkey move, but that turkey's coming with me.
Do we wrap it up?
I think you can wrap it up in the bear rug if you want. Make a survival check if you're going to tie the paws of the bear like the ends of a garbage bag.
Anyone else any better with knots than me? I'm more of a string and instruments kind of guy. Less of a knots tying kind of person.
All of my experience tying knots and ropes are for play, and they don't actually work.
Yeah, I'm with you there, bud. I'll hold my hand for a high five.
What a bizarre thing to say. I can't make knots. Sakar?
Yeah, of course. And I will. This isn't at disadvantage anymore?
Not a disadvantage because the turkey's tied up, yeah.
Okay, 22.
Yeah.
Nice.
You, like tying a blanket around a baby. You just secure this little turkey. The turkey
swaddle it.
shakes and inside of the little... It sounds more and more like a Rayman raving rabbit every second.
Just leave his little head poking out the top.
I love how
man.
Khalid's just like walking like he's looking for a train to hop on with his bindle. His fantasy bindle. It's a bear skin.
You guys want to roll? You want to roll that up in this carpet right here?
And you all
Ooh, a
walk into
barrel.
the
We
next
can put it
room.
in a barrel. There's
And
a barrel.
You see that Essie, the woman who you spoke to before, is up. And she seems to have been waiting for you, and when you enter, she says, "Ah, you return. Did you defeat him? Do you need to be healed?"
Yes, heal us.
"Very well." She closes her eyes and seems to put her hands together, and you notice that she is holding a dowsing crystal. And who is the most hurt?
I'm at 21.
I'm at 27.
Okay. So everybody gets healed for 15 hit points. Khalid, you get healed for 25.
5 total. Okay, got it.
That is the last spell I will be able to cast today. I'm glad that you survived. Did you vanquish that demon?
We're not done yet with him, but why are you helping us?
It was my purpose. It was why I found the pack and worked with them.
To help me?
Yes, to bring you here. It was foreseen by my sisters at the temple that...
Were you with them on that day?
Why did you need to form this pack to get Khalid here?
I did not form it. I found them already formed. I was with them that day. Desert Wanderer.
And why did you let them do what they did?
It would be the only way to get you here.
And what's supposed to happen here?
I do not know. But
What did your sisters see that brought me here? Why am I here?
if the world ends, we need someone to have entered the ritual chamber beneath this fort. Built with the specifications of the light.
And I can walk into that chamber?
You can. And what you choose to do with what you find inside is up to you. But
What is this ritual chamber for?
we do not know. It was built long ago. But my sisters saw you entering and walking back out.
Only me or me and my group?
Only you. Only one may enter at a time. That we remember.
And in these visions that you and your sisters saw, all those people needed to die so I could be here?
Would you have left the desert otherwise?
I don't know. I feel like you catch more flies with honey.
Do you feel that way, honestly?
No, I really don't.
She
Big old pile of
Says
shit.
Mr. Vinegar.
she touches her chest and says, "I have no compunction. I know that an eternity in hell awaits me when I die, but it was worth it for..."
Well, that's never a place that can hold you too long. Well, it could, but...
I believe that I can... She, just stares at you for a second, Jackson, and then looks back at Khalid. I believe that
That's
I can
how I feel about him, too. I swear.
spare... We believe that we can spare Earth a fate worse than hell if we got you here.
And what made you know that this vision of Khalid walking into a ritual chamber and walking back out would save the world?
I am not a priestess of fate. I heal. I believe in
So you don't
giving
know-
life.
You don't know what ritual he's supposed to do? Khalid, do you know of any rituals that would work in this scenario?
I'm not going to answer that question. I don't say that's not what I say. I'm just not answering.
Khalid, this seems like a pretty important conversation for you. Let me take that turkey. I don't want you to be wrestling with that. Well,
It's
Yeah, Zakar, you want to take that to the cell?
I'm gonna take the.
I'll go with you.
So yeah, I'll take like the bear.
That's the way down to the ritual chamber, Biff.
Oh,
Don't go down there.
It's this way.
Oh no, now
that's-
the turkey's casting
that's
the
part of
ritual.
my story. I'm gonna kneel down at the woman and press my hands and face to the ground in front of her. And as I start to pray, I'm gonna stop and ask her, do you regret what you did?
I regret the action, not the outcome. I had to watch as innocent people were burned in front of me.
Would you have chosen a different path if you could have?
If it were possible, yes. But
You don't feel like it was possible.
it is not my place to interpret the whims of fate.
I pray for her. I spent a few moments doing that. And
So, I'm just very confused as the significance of this chamber.
Long ago, this fort was built by a combined effort by the forces of Zeshan and Axumeshi mercenaries. The commanding officer was from Axum, and he specified that there would be a chamber built beneath the fort that no one could enter. After the war, the Shah at the time decreed that no nation but Axum could station soldiers in this fort. It was a sign of goodwill. The belief in Axum, of which I converted as a young girl, is in simply the light. The creator of all life. There have been a few times in history that the light has reached out and shown something to someone. Based on what that commander said when he returned to Axum, my sisters believe that he was shown a chamber by the light, instructed in its construction to ensure that it would serve a purpose at an unknown time. And then when I was a little girl, one of the elder priestesses of fate saw you entering the chamber and walking out, and knew that someone would have to go and ensure that you survived a terrible genocide. I volunteered to spare my sisters a fate worthy of hell. But I do believe that it is worth it.
Do you want to die at my hand?
If you believe I deserve it. I believe I can do good with the time I have left.
I mean, I don't want to hold you back from your business, colleague, but I don't know if she quite deserves it, but I suppose that's up to you.
You weren't there, Jackson. I don't
That's
think
true.
you can really understand the consequences.
You are the last person from your tribe that remains. Justice is your choice to make.
I don't know what you mean by my tribe. I may have witnessed your attacks, but that was not my people.
Right.
I'm going to spare your life.
Well, who are your people, Wally?
I
must say, I'm intrigued. I've never seen what's behind your mask.
station for this time, unfortunately.
Well, I mean, it could be important to whatever her visions of you are. She clearly is confused about where you're from.
I don't think it pertains. I'm gonna let you live. I need to go kill that turkey.
Would you like me to enter the chamber in your stead?
You cannot.
Does
We'll
it
do that.
only allow his entrance, or is it the key that he bears?
I believe that you would die.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'll give you the key.
Sure it
Oh,
would
I don't-
happen.
Well, I mean, have these visions ever been wrong?
Not.
Do you know of any misreads or misvisions from your systems?
Sometimes the context we believe it to be is proven wrong later, but it always
Well, the
happens
key
as
is
we see.
leaving anyway.
Yes, I left. Bye.
Okay.
Do good. Only heal people. Never hurt anyone again, or I will fucking murder you.
And let me. Hell in a cell. You all
Who are
are
these people? I'm gonna kill them all. Which one has become the turkey?
So you all enter, and I need to get his token, but Gray is in here.
Hi, Gray.
He is fumbling through a dead guard's pocket when you all enter. And
Dead guard's pocket, or just a guard? He's just in a guard's pocket.
he's fumbling through a dead guard's pocket.
Okay.
And once he has retrieved the key, this is Zagar and Biff. You all have entered first.
Oh yeah.
So you all are the only ones who are technically inside right now. As he takes the key and walks to this door and unlocks it.
Are these the people in the cells? Are they alive, or are these bodies?
They're alive. And you see this woman runs out. She is a Zeshan woman. She takes the key and she runs over to this door. And as she does, a little girl, white hair, ink-colored skin, runs up and hugs Gray. I was so worried. I'm so happy to see that you were all right. She just hugs him silently.
So, you found who you're looking for, huh, bud?
Yes. She is the youngest drow there is. And now she is safe, and we can return to the Underdark. Or the Below, is what it's called.
Yeah, we got this turkey wrapped up in a bearskin rug. We're gonna try to imprison him in one of these cells here.
Oh yeah, he's a drow too. I don't know if that's interesting to you or not. I don't think you all know each other. That's not what I'm trying to say.
I believe that I might.
Oh. Well, he's a turkey right now.
Right. What are you planning to do with him?
Well, our friend, the guy in the mask, he pretty desperately wants to kill him. Like, he's pretty dead set on, like, ripping him apart.
If he is who I believe him to be, then this is a wise course of action.
Oh, great.
Okay, I mean, that
You wanna
really,
help?
You see, he
really
covers
absolves
the
me of a lot of guilt.
he covers the kid's ears when he says that.
Alright, well, yeah, you want to stick around and watch? You seem to kind of want to... you seem to have some sort of personal vendetta against this guy.
I will aid you.
Okay.
I'm gonna gingerly set the bearskin rug inside of the cell such that I don't do damage to the turkey.
Sure.
And I'll close the door and say, could I have that key back, please?
Yes, and you see that these women have also been freed and are all hugging and reuniting. You do notice a few dead bodies inside this cells. All of them men, seemingly dead of bludgeoning wounds, like with a giant maul.
And I'll give my good berries to... I have 2 left, so do either of the... I imagine that they're...
They're fine.
Yeah,
They're
yes.
not wounded.
Oh, they're not? Okay.
Yeah.
But are they
I'll
hungry?
keep my good berries for myself.
Oh, they might be hungry, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, and then I'll lock the
Sure.
cell.
Thank you for getting us out. We did not believe anyone would come. Thank you. And they start to make their way outside. As Khalid enters, and Jackson, if he chose to follow Khalid.
Yeah, I'm gonna be a few paces behind as I finish my conversation with the woman. So,
Hey, ladies, before you leave, can I get your names real quick? You know, for the song about this.
Oh, of course.
We need you to sign some ends.
I'm Alana. I'm Leanne. I'm Julia.
Alright, so it looks like I'm gonna have to bust out some Alana, Julia, and Leanne rhymes.
All right.
You killed him!
And the drow child is still just silently hugging Gray. And he says, "Do you want to say thank you? These 4 helped me get you free." She looks up and says, "Thank you. I thought I was going to be in there for a really long time. The drow who captured me, I remember him from when I was really little. And he said he was going to sell me back since they didn't want me to die. I'm the only drow kid."
I cast Divine Sense.
Sure. She is not an evil spirit or demon.
Ugh. I need to stop thinking that.
You do feel something 60 feet. You feel something itching towards the ritual chamber of a...
Itching towards the ritual chamber?
Yes, of a divine presence. Like in the back of your head, in the direction of where that set of stairs was, there's something divine going on.
you sure it's not my scarab beetle on my shoulder that has the divine sense that he's looking?
Going out or coming in?
I don't know what you
Coming-
mean. You don't
coming
feel
out.
you don't feel anything moving.
Okay, got it. Understood now.
And like you can tell that it's something more than 60 feet away.
Hey,
Conceptually.
little girl, do you promise you'll never be evil?
I don't want to be evil.
Good. Hey, Gray,
Yes?
do you promise me that you're not evil?
I don't believe I am.
Insight.
He doesn't believe that he's evil.
That's how they trick you with these turns of phrases. Thank you for bringing us here, Gray.
Of course, and thank you for helping me to make sure that Via Hadora is safe.
Theodora, are you hungry? You thirsty? You need anything?
Both.
So yeah, I'll pull out some rations in my water skin and let her have her fill.
Do you have
get
any,
one.
Do you have any alcohol?
Yeah. How old are you? I don't care. Yeah, you can have some.
I'm
Okay, that's divine sense again.
I'm 94.
Oh, well, yeah. I pull out a bottle. You can have this whole thing.
Yeah, she takes it and like gulps it, and you see she just like wrenches her face and spits it out. Ugh.
How long does it take for a drow to age out of being so young?
About 400 years, Gray says.
Ah, that's a long time to wait before you can enjoy the liquor and wine.
That's why when I got to the human world, I decided to try it. I don't like any of it. I thought I might have decided I liked it since I was thirsty.
Wine.
You just got to keep doing it. You
kinda
just got
sweet.
you got to stick with it, and eventually it's its own reward. You know.
Do you have any sweet wine?
I have a little bit. And I have some port on me.
She takes it and she manages to gulp it
I'm
down.
I'm gonna pour it for her though, because I like to keep it for my rituals.
Sure. And what you give it, she manages to gulp it down, but she still kind of wrenches her face a little bit and says, "That's not that sweet."
Yeah,
Pretty
well,
sweet.
it's about as sweet as it gets.
And Gray,
Maybe a white wine might seem better for you, a drier, crisper kind of sour.
maybe? And Gray pats her on the back and says, "Why don't you go and wait outside with the other prisoners?"
Oh, and if you're not gonna drink that, I'll take it back.
Okay. And she gives it to you. She says, "Okay. Sir Gray's Endiort?" And she gives like a little salute. She walks out.
All right, so should I release the spell?
Should we be inside of the cage with it?
No, we should short rest first.
I mean, he's got what, a sword?
How long will he be a turkey?
Now you've got like 35 minutes.
I don't think we have enough time to rest. But if we all just stand around it, like you were saying earlier, Khalid, we could, get ready to attack it, and then I think it would be pretty effective.
Likely
It's
the
gonna be-
weakest of us. I could get him out of being a turkey.
I mean, he's gonna be pretty incapacitated. He's tied up in a rug, and
Well, where is he in there?
It's
sounds
this
pretty
bard.
tight.
Well, I'll real quick, I'll set this up to maybe give him some disadvantage before he becomes a person. And I'm gonna cast Grease. Let him in the closest corner to us.
It's beautiful. That's
Alright,
pretty good.
he's all greased up.
Alright.
Is this a bard wall? Can I get a weapon through it?
No, you're in a different cell. I mean,
No, I don't.
it is a bar. You would be able to get a weapon through, but it would be very hard to hit something.
What if I
Unless you have the
use,
sharpshooter feat, right?
Unless you have sharpshooter.
What if I'm using the Guandao?
That's a 10-foot weapon,
What is
so
that?
I don't think you would be able to get it.
Okay.
He
then
said
I'll
it.
go
Oh
over here.
yeah. We don't need to go in at all. We could just lock him in, and I could pelt him with arrows.
Yeah, that's what I was
Oh,
thinking.
Yeah, he's greased
Um,
up. We've got fire. I can light a fire. So
I'd very much like to participate in killing him, and I'm the one that can't do that. But
well, are we killing him right away, or are we trying to?
Oh,
get
you
some
have
info
those
from him?
javelins. So you
no,
can-
I'm going to remove his
Nice.
head from his entire body.
But maybe he has some insight into what you're supposed to do here.
The only
We also-
insight he has is where hell is and how he will get there.
Okay, well we can let Qual lead in if he's fine, and we'll all stay back here and give him support.
Yeah, Khalid, if you want to settle something with him, we can stand back too. I
Well,
don't want
yes.
to take that away from you.
I also don't want to die.
Yeah, well, we'll
we'll
just step in
support
with
you
that.
back here.
Yeah,
You're right. I go in to the grease fire. I walk into the grease fire where the turkey is burning.
Well, you haven't lit him on fire yet. So,
Have you guys ever had deep fried turkey? It's really good.
It's the only way to have it.
Unfortunately, I think it's going to become a deep fried man eventually, and that's probably not as good.
Yeah, you
So
gotta
I'd
jump
still
on.
try it.
You gotta jump on that. You gotta jump on that dark meat as soon as you can.
Burning Smite.
Branding smite on the turkey.
No, on my on my weapon.
Okay.
It's just a preparation for my attack.
Gray steps in with you and says, "I can take.
I can drop the spell and make it so we don't have to waste any extra time here.
I mean, what's the turkey got? 3 hit points, and my attack will carry over, right?
Maybe like 12.
He's got 5.
Well, let me see if I can wake him up, and I'm going to acid splash onto the turkey.
I prepare my attack on him when he turns into a man and a bear.
Okay. I'm getting his token because I believe I spelled his name wrong when I put his token in, so I don't know how to find it that way.
Alright, I'll draw an actual square for the...
Okay, so acid splash, turkey. Turkey makes the save.
In a
Tied
rug?
up.
I guess he
in a row.
has disadvantage. Okay, turkey does not make the save. Turkey's still standing. Turkey's still a turkey.
Really?
Yeah.
It doesn't do much sometimes. Especially when you roll a 2 and a 1 on a 2d6.
I just pat Jackson on wherever I can reach, probably the upper thigh. Just give him a little consolation pat.
Ooh.
18.
Yeah, 18 hits the turkey.
15 damage.
Plus radiance, plus branding smite.
Oh fuck! I forgot about that. Yes. Well, I mean,
Okay,
it doesn't matter.
damage carries over, so
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. I just remember that too.
any damage over its turkey health carries over to the human.
I'll use my last first level to do a divine smite as well.
Okay.
So
15
20
plus 8 is 23. So 34.
34.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. You see him flop into this grease, sword in hand, his turkey feathers giving way to his fleshy skin.
Wait, is he still tied up and in the...
Yeah.
He is tied up and he is in the rug. So I guess you don't see him, but you do hear what sounds like snapping of ropes, and you see this short sword that you can now see because he is not moving so quickly. You can see that it is like serrated on one side. You see it poke through the bear skin as he flops around in the grease, and you can see blood pouring out and mixing with the grease.
I use my my extra attack. 16.
16 does not hit.
Okay.
Well, he is tied up and on the ground, so it would be advantage +1. So you would do 17, which does just hit.
All right.
Ah, man, this cool villain is dying with no dignity.
10 damage.
Okay, he's still alive, but not standing. Okay, we're gonna keep initiative from before. So, Zakar, you're up next.
Alright. I am going to shoot Philnot twice. And so I had Hunter's Mark and the ire still on him from before then.
Okay, and you carried him in here, so you would not have dropped that.
Right. So just a heads up on that. 23 to hit, 15 to hit.
23 hits, 15 misses.
Okay.
Well, you have disadvantage that it cancels out. Okay, so now that works.
Why do I have disadvantage?
He's prone. I don't have him prone, but he's prone.
Oh.
And you have disadvantage on ranged weapon attacks on a prone creature.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Do you want me to roll with a disadvantage?
No, because he's restrained, so you would have advantage,
okay.
so it cancels out.
Okay, so that is 18 for my attack, and it's fire damage, so maybe he's on fire now because of the grease.
He is on fire, and you see the fire beginning to eat through the bear skin, but he does not... He reacts in pain to the arrows and to being slashed. He goes kind of like... but he does not seem to be in pain because of the fire.
Okay. And I do 34 points of damage to him.
Okay. Even though he is immune to fire damage, you put him down. So you manage to pierce him with your arrow, and it just seems like all of that ire that you had built up bubbles over, and his body just stops moving.
Yeah, I think I'm fueled by Khalid's ire too. Maybe that's where it came from.
Okay. And Khalid, do you say anything? No?
Sorry, I was on mute. I would just drop to my knees and silently stare him in the face.
As he burns.
Yeah.
And, okay. That is where we're going to take our break. So we will be back at 7:35.
I'm gonna use. I'm gonna get rid of my grease so that it like cleans him off and maybe gets most of the flames off, so that Khalid can have his moment.
Okay. Well, Khalid, would you prefer him to be burning?
Yes, I'd like him to be burning.
Oh, okay. And he's
Set him
burning.
back on fire.
To the point where I'm kneeling almost into the flames, taking damage from that as well.
You're like smoking him.
Yeah, I'm breathing in his body, his aroma.
He's freebasing his enemies.
Yeah, I'm taking in that sweet, noxious, divine sense odor.
smoking that drought.
Okay, so 7:35.
All right.
You know how I like my hydroponics. Never mind.
just about right now. Okay, once everybody confirms to me that they are back, we will be starting in.
I'm here.
Absent.
Confirming.
Alright. Happy Labor Day. Labor is entitled to all that it creates.
Yes.
Yes.
Everything good in this world was pretty much won by unions.
Yep.
Yeah, which is why we're announcing our strike against PetSmart. They have not hit it once
No.
for any of the ads.
And I'm guessing because they are a major retail chain, they probably
They're very anti-union.
yeah, are anti-union, so don't go to PetSmart.
Yeah, it's a wildcat strike, but I think that we're gonna really make some waves with it.
Alright, that's the best kind of strike. Oh, what's this? I'm getting a call from President Barack Obama. You want us to not go on strike? Well,
Oh, wow.
okay.
You gotta listen to him.
That tracks.
Hey, I listened to the great DMs Only game on Friday night, which you can find on YouTube.
Oh, thank you, Brian.
Yeah, and you mentioned that we have negative feelings towards PetSmart, which are presenting themselves here. When did that start? I thought I've been pro PetSmart this whole time.
Have you been getting paid? Have all the checks been going to you?
Yeah, I thought they were
Brian's
splitting them
scab?
up.
Oh no!
Brian scabbing for pets.
All right.
Yeah, well.
Gabby the rat over here.
Never mind. Khalid gets no special powers.
Oh no!
Because only good folk who support the strike get to have special powers in my game.
That checks.
Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you.
I'll give up my great axe because it does go over my weight limit.
Nathaniel, when you let us know that you're back, we'll be...
He's at PetSmart.
Oh no. They're gonna hear about this and kill him.
He's forming the picket line.
But yeah, that was a great game. And you can find all that on YouTube at Sunken World Saga.
You can.
Back.
Okay, hey, and we are back. And everybody is in this room. Welcome back to Dungeons and Dragons. You have just killed Guzambiot. He is on the ground in front of Khalid.
As the flames take him, I will then put them out before it completely consumes his body. And yeah, I'll stand up and look at the rest of my team.
Khalid, you okay, man?
I feel like this was a long time coming. I wasn't prepared for it to happen today.
Would you care to let us in on what happened today? You gonna let us know what this is all about?
I don't know that I'm quite ready for that. And I don't think that we're complete. We haven't completed this task, as apparently there's some further calling for me to enter some ritual chamber.
Is that what you want to do?
I can feel an energy calling to me. Something godly in nature. I feel like I have to see this through.
Okay, well, we've been with you this far, so
I'll unlock the cell door so that they can come out.
Oh, I didn't know I was locked in. Hey, Gray. Sorry you were there for all that.
He is just staring down at the body. It had to be done.
Yes.
And he kind of just walks out. Biff, make a perception check.
Right. 15.
Yeah, you see, like, from beneath, you see, like, a little bit of, what looks like slightly salty water pooling at the bottom of his visor. From the
The
inside.
salty discharge.
And he just walks outside.
Yeah, I'm not gonna follow him. I'll let him have his moment.
I want to take this body and burn it when we have the opportunity to cremate it. If that is okay with you guys.
Yeah, should we step outside and do it now?
I don't know if you want to do that other part first, and then we can do that later.
It sounds like it's your call. You think it would bring closure if you went ahead and burned him?
I don't know what closure is at this point.
If this ritual is really as world changing as the lady let on, perhaps you should
Yeah, I feel it.
get this done first.
Yeah. Get the body done first or the chamber?
Yes, who knows if you'll survive the chamber. This might be your only chance.
Oh, I survive everything.
Even so, we may want to take some time to meditate and rest around the pyre.
Okay.
Out of character, like a short rest.
Yeah, let's take the body outside.
Yeah.
Okay.
And there was already like a fire pit there. Maybe I'll build kind of a bed of wood.
And when you all go out into the courtyard, they're not there yet, but you can see
Oh,
Gray
I'm so big again.
and Thea and the women who you saved. They are outside. Women who you liberated. Sprung.
Perhaps we should take the weapons and such off of that man before we... If you would like, I can help you prepare him for the pyre.
Yeah, let's remove everything from him and then wrap him in linen. I have white linens that I can wrap his body in.
What do you wish for his soul?
His soul's already been marked for hell.
And I shall refrain from giving him coins for his eyes. He can pay his own way.
Yeah.
In our
He's
kingdom,
already got a one-way ticket.
Gray, seeing you all discuss what to do with the body, he says, "In our kingdom, the dead are set beneath the lake. The lakes in the below are incredibly cold, and their bodies quickly freeze. Then they are put into a crypt. I think you should burn him."
Yes. I think that is... It's best to do the opposite of what would be considered a noble death in your ways.
Gray, are you okay with all this? Is this a significant person in your life?
He is my cousin.
What did he do that was so wrong? Who was this person?
He was a captain in the army. And he, like me, was chosen to be among the few of our kingdom that stayed awake. Every drow of significance, besides 200 soldiers, entered a ritualistic sleep in Baton below. Except for Fiadora, he looks over at her, who snuck away when the ritual was being cast, and kept the soldiers company for the past 60 years, I think. But my cousin grew tired of waiting and doing nothing. And he disobeyed the orders of our queen and our prince.
And are all your other soldiers accounted for, or
Yes.
have any others? No others have gone missing, or
Correct. There are 198 Baden soldiers in the below. There is one that remains above. And when myself and Fiahadora return, we shall be 199.
Does that mean he's Finvirda's son? If he's your cousin?
No.
Oh, okay. Good. I was worried.
As Hudmada is my mother's brother. Sorry.
Jackson, do you carry paper? Wizard, do you carry paper?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Yes, I carry some spare parchment.
Can I borrow a sheet, please?
Yes, and I unroll my parchment and give one sheet of it to him.
Okay, I'll start scrawling on it. And then after I finish, I'm going to set it in his hands, holding the paper. It's going to be filled with names. And then I guess I'll begin the fire.
I'm going to try and eavesdrop. Can I see if I notice what he's writing?
Make a stealth check. And
Okay.
Khalid, make a perception check.
Okay.
Oh, finally, a good roll.
Okay, yeah, you can see what he writes. Khalid, what do you write?
So it's just a list of names. Sorry, what's the region I'm from again?
The Uthara Desert.
Yeah, so they'd be Utaran names if you recognize that. But it's just a list of many names. Nothing more than that.
Noted.
Okay. I will allow the fire to take the pyre and let the body be consumed.
do we loot him first?
Yeah, we already removed all of his stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, the vicious short sword is what his other short sword was. But you burn him, and his body turns to ash, deceptively quickly. Not like magically, just quicker than you would expect, because he's already partially burned. Like his insides have been burned a lot by the fire in the cell.
Okay.
And as his body sort of drifts as ash, a wind blows up from the south, and most of the ash just drifts above your all's heads, but a fair amount of it comes and just peppers at your mask, Khalid.
Okay. Whatever in this moment, I do understand that my wind have taken it. I would like to, I would pour out holy water, which I have in a flask. I'll just pour it over my hands, and then I'll start collecting the ash into the, I won't pour it on my hands. That's stupid. That would just get ash all over my hands. I'll pour it onto my, I'll just pour it on the ground. Holy water.
Clean your mask with it.
Yeah, I'll clean my mask with it, and then I'll try to collect any ash that is left over into the flask.
Okay.
This is a journey that I just went on.
Thank you.
Yes.
Fiahadora says, looking at you.
And promise again you'll never do evil.
That's a very strange thing to ask someone you've never met to promise.
Well, you know, you see what I do to evil people?
Yeah, but I'm not evil.
Yeah, I know. Just never become it. And I walk away. Don't know how to talk to children. I just mutter that to myself. Why am I talking to children?
Okay. And I'm guessing that you're going to the ritual chamber after a short rest?
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody want to do your hit dice and such?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll play Song of Rest.
I'm going to use my arcane recovery to get back a first and second level spell slot.
Nice.
During the short rest, Ben, I'm going to direct the prisoners towards the kitchen in case they are still hungry.
Yeah, sure.
And when they've walked away, I'm going to carve the symbol of the Arm of Death onto the chest of the Goliath that I was to kill.
Yeah, and you can see he's a big fella.
Yeah.
Like, good thing he was put down as quickly as he was. But when you carve it in, for a moment, it's like an odd, fleshy thing. And then you gain 1 hit point. And you feel a surge of radiant energy in your hand. And the scar, the wound that you have left, becomes a brand of sorts.
Cool.
And while we're resting, I'm gonna come over, make a little stop at the glory hall.
Yeah, you go into the gatehouse, and
okay, I go to the gatehouse and
there's a
look
glory hall.
Look for a glory hall. Oh shit!
Unfortunately, these are for Goliath, so the glory holes are higher than your head.
Well, that just means I don't have to kneel. Okay,
higher
sorry,
still.
that got out of hand.
Okay, and so you all get your hit dice back, and Khalid is going to the ritual chamber. Does anybody follow him when he goes?
So while
into
we're
the
finishing
chamber.
our short rest, I'm gonna try and get some ashes also from the fire and put them in a container. I know he took like most of the drow ashes, so I just want, regular ashes from the fire, and then I'll follow him.
Okay. Yeah, Zach, did you roll? Was that 7 just for Song of Rest?
That was just no, that was just my hit die. Sorry. Extra D6. Look, it's a D8.
What's your song sound like?
It's like a it's 1 for Song of Rest. It's kind of
You
a
only
rough.
rolled a 1. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah, I think
It
you
has to be
gotta put
together.
that together.
Yeah.
it's a kind of rough draft of a ballad about what we've just done here. And I make sure to mention Alana, Leanne, and Julia in it, within earshot of them.
Before everyone's around, when I first follow Khalid, I'm gonna put my hand on his shoulder and say, Khalid, I know you don't much care for me, but I want you to know my offer is genuine. If you don't wish to go in there, I would take your stead. It is a combination of my own interest and my willingness to do that for you.
I understand that. This seems to be already written, though, and I don't feel anything good would come from trying to change that writing.
I understand.
Is Homegirl still in here?
She is not.
Okay.
descend down the steps?
Yes.
Okay, and you find yourself in a very long, very dark hallway, but you can see at the end the faint glowing outline of a door. You're happy that none of your companions are around you, because you would have to put on the performance that you have dark vision.
Well, I mean, you just gave away that.
Well, you pad your
I have
way
a hooded lantern.
along,
This dark vision rules.
and you make it after about 20 feet to what you can tell is a door. And as you feel for a latch, you find that there is one, and just below it there is a keyhole.
I take the key from around my neck, and I unlock the door.
Sure. The light disappears as you unlock it, but the door begins to open on itself. And
Okay.
inside there is a dark room. You can't quite make anything out. Do you want to step in?
Yes, and I will light my hooded lantern.
Okay. It casts just enough light that you can see about an inch away from the glass.
From the glass. Okay.
But once you have stepped clear of the door closes, and the light returns. And you're in a room that seems only to be light, from the ceiling to the floor to the walls. But it's not a golden light, it's sort of a orange, creamish light. And you feel like you are at the top and the bottom of an endless staircase. One to your right, going up, past where you can see, and the other to your left, going down, to where you cannot see. And
I'll
see-
descend.
you choose to descend.
Yeah.
Okay, and you begin to go down these steps, and you walk for what feels like an hour. And then you find yourself in a narrow passage. And in front of you there is a altar of sorts. A short break from the steps where you see 3 small steps that go up onto a raised platform where there are 2 sort of stone bits of this pedestal that rise up where you can place your hands.
Before I get to the steps, I'll kneel down and put my hands to the ground and my face to the ground and pray for just a moment. And then I'll raise my body and step up the steps and put my hands in that place.
Sure. And you put your hands in that spot, and you feel all of a sudden this rushing energy. Like the first time you ever smited someone. It feels like that. But it just keeps building and building and building until you realize that your body is not just holding in divine energy now, it is changing because of it. Khalid, you gain 1 intelligence
Hey.
and 2 dexterity.
Okay.
And then the scene around you drops, and you're treading water. And swimming around you, there's a pair of giant koi fish. One of them is orange, with these beautiful blue eyes the color of the sky. The other is that same blue, with the vibrant orange of the other's scales the color of its own eyes. And they are getting just slightly closer. 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 Until you feel like you could reach out and touch them. And when you do, you realize that you are interacting with spirits. You just know it. these spirits that Yu Yan talked about. And you realize that they are sort of a bridge between mortality and the gods, as you feel Asnar lifting you out of the water. You don't see any representation of it, but you feel yourself lifted and you just know. And then you are dropped, and you feel a god that you don't like very much. You can just tell. Suddenly seize control of you, and it tries to pull you back down. And then you feel like you win, and you take something from this thing trying to pull you down. And if you check your character sheet, you'll notice something. As Khalid, you look down and imagine a platform, and as you fall onto a 10-foot disc of light with runes in the ancient Udharan script before they adopted Common as their written language. And then 2 more appear, and you realize you can now climb them. And when you climb from the first that appeared to the second, and then the third, you realize that you are now back at that middle point of the steps, and it looks like you are going up. And you take a few more steps, and you are in a normal room, seemingly the ritual room, as everything fades away, and you can see a suit of beautiful gold-plated steel armor across from you. It looks like it is not just your size, but built for you.
I'll go to it.
Sure.
Yeah. Can I investigate it? Can I get a feel for what it is? It feels like it's for me, you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll lift up part of the armor
Sure.
to
When
look
you
at
do, it seems like it was built. Seems like it was made by. Certainly, it's Axumesi, but seems like it was built in that style by dwarves. So that it is this thick, sort of banded breastplate with this steel and gold folded over it. These long pauldrons that sort of wrap around the shape of your arms, and then greaves and a skirt. The skirt is the only bit that isn't metal, it's leather. And then these long greaves of twining and bending gold and steel. And it's incredible armor.
I look around me. Is there anything other than me and this armor in the room?
Nope. Other than that, you do see that there was that pedestal that you found and placed your hands on. It is against the wall over here.
Right. And this is the armor, I'm assuming?
Yes.
Okay. I'll remove my armor, and I will take the 10 minutes to don this armor.
Yeah.
And then I'll just kind of I'll kneel down and try to communicate with my god in any way, see if I feel anything.
Yeah, what do you say?
I don't quite understand Asnar. I don't know why everything that's happened to me has led me here and what it means. Is this a step I need to take? Is this where you want me to go?
It is, my son.
don't fully understand everything that's happening, of course, but I will keep following in your path, Asnar. And I'll get up and I guess make my way towards that door.
Sure.
And then try to open it.
Yeah, and you leave, and you're back in the hallway, and you find that you have dark vision now.
Oh. Interesting. Okay. I'll walk through the hall.
Okay, and
I take off my mask
okay,
and I feel my face.
you are still human.
Okay.
Your skin is the same. You don't feel
I
pointy ears.
walk out without my mask on.
Okay, I'll need to get Emmy's drawing of Khalid without his mask.
Oh, she made a maskless drawing of me?
She drew that first and then added the mask.
Oh, cool.
That's so sick.
And you exit, and Jackson, you see Khalid in this amazing suit of armor without his mask. And you see that Khalid is human.
What have you done with Khalid?
I killed him! I am Khalid.
Wow.
As I walk out, there are scars across my face, long since kind of scarred over. But I'll reach up and I'll touch my face. I'll put my hands over my eyes and kind of just, I'll do that thing from Face Off, the waterfall, where you just kind of like run my fingers down my face, and I'm going to cast Lesser Restoration and just kind of like heal the scars on my face a little bit.
Yeah, and they clean up. And Jackson, you notice when you're looking at Khalid, he's a really handsome dude.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Khalid, I always thought you were elvish of some kind.
Khalid was elvish. Khalid is elvish.
What do you mean?
I don't know quite how to explain it. But I think Khalid has found a way to be me again.
I'm confused. Are you not Khalid?
Listen, I am confused as well. My name's Jari Marquis. Khalid is a representation of my vengeance, maybe. I'm still trying to understand it as well. But
Interesting.
Asnar has accepted me as I am.
And Jackson is doing the classic anime, just bleep, bloop, bleep. Just looking crouched and sometimes looking up over.
I have a
Peeking
teardrop on my
under clips.
forehead.
Yeah. Oh. Is this something you chose to do, or is this something that happened to you?
I don't think choice comes into play very much with the will of the gods. But
It should.
I think he's allowed me the freedom to move past what's happened to me.
Or perhaps you just pushed through it in spite.
I don't know that I have ever spited my god. Please don't say that out loud.
And say in spite of him. but of the circumstances.
All right, good save.
If you roll high enough insight, you'll know that I meant in spite of him.
I don't.
That's probably high enough.
Yeah, that's probably high enough.
Yeah, it was more than high enough.
You did mean what you said. Wait, why did you lie?
I didn't want to hurt your feelings.
Jackson, you
Sorry, it's just this is
different.
interesting.
You said I didn't
It's
care.
incredible.
For you. Of course, I do care for you, Jackson.
Well,
I hope you understand that.
that is very nice of you. It means a lot to me.
But I do think you're bizarre, and I walk away. I
That's
like walking
fair.
away. I go on this carpet and I say bing, and then I.
A dog barks.
Okay, and outside, Zakar and Biff, what have you all been doing while Jackson and Khalid disappeared? Oh, Khalid, you felt like you were in there for like 3 hours. Jackson, Khalid like walked down, you heard a door close, and then like the time it takes to put on armor, like 10 minutes. Well, it would have been 20 because he had to take some off, put some on. So basically, Khalid was gone for like 22 minutes. Then he returned. So what did Biff and Zakar do for their 22 minutes?
I think I'll just be playing the ballad of what we've done here today. Just kind of trying to fine tune it a little bit. And just kind of being generally flirty with anyone around except for the child.
Are you being flirty with Gray?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of let his hair down.
Both literally and metaphorically?
His helmet's still on, so not literally.
No.
But he's kind of flirting back.
Yeah. I'll offer him a drink.
Yeah, he takes it and says, "I really shouldn't, but you are very brave. So how could I refuse?" And he takes it.
Yeah. Did you like the verse I wrote about you in the saga? Would you like any changes to be made?
Oh, it was very lovely. It made me sound more heroic than I actually am.
Oh, don't sell yourself short now. You pulled more than your weight in some of those fights.
Not as much as you. You pull more weight than your frame insists.
Well, all I do is sing little songs and play a little music for the most part, and let my party, benefit from it.
I think you do a bit more. And he takes off his helmet and gives you a smile.
Yeah, I sploosh a little bit at that one.
Zakar, are you just sitting next to Biff as he flirts with a drowned knight?
No, I think that I will have gone to the kitchen too. With I don't know if the prisoners actually went there or not, but
Yeah, they did.
And I'm gonna. Oh, they did. Okay, yeah. So I would go in and I want to get some dinner going for us. It's about dinner time, right?
You start working on that stew.
We've had stew a lot lately.
Oh man, if only we got a turkey foot to put in there.
Yeah, what's the pantry have been?
I mean, it's there's a lot of dates.
Dates.
There's
Tough to work with. Salad.
fair
Well, Biff's
amount.
outside trying to work on a date himself.
There's a fair amount of chicken and goat. And then
You could maybe make like a little date curried goat.
some good spices to
Yeah,
Yeah.
dates and goats actually go together pretty well.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea. We'll get some curry, mix into dates. I don't really think I have any special ingredients. I got some good berries. I'll throw in the good berries. See how that mixes in. Yeah, hopefully it'll time out pretty good to when they get out of the ritual.
Okay. So
Is there enough for everyone, like the prisoners and?
yeah,
Gray
you see,
and-
they have been seemingly
Yeah.
eating some like bread and then a lot of the dates. Anything that they could just eat right away seemed to be what was most.
They are gonna poop like champions.
But everybody can come together for dinner as Khalid reveals himself to be what he actually looks like. He walks out without a mask, or do you put your mask on before you go outside?
No, I'm gonna be maskless.
All right.
Hey Jackson, who's the hunk?
It's like when the luchador takes it off, everyone is gasping.
Yeah. That's a reference I like.
That was just for you, Brian.
Thank you. I'm not going to answer a lot of questions, okay? Just kind of deal with the moment.
Wait, who are you?
I'm Waleed, but different.
That's all I really need to know. Quality is
Yeah.
different. That answers.
Yeah, quality, but different.
That's
Do you
all
still
I need.
want to? Do you still want to be called Kool-Aid?
You can call me Waleed. You can call me Jari. Either
Which do you
works.
prefer?
I have no I have no preference. I said no questions.
Oh,
No.
here. Well, have this go.
I've got time for 2 more.
Jackson stands up. It's not so much a question, more of a statement.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the goat, make a survival check, Zakar, and make it with advantage because you've kind of become designated cook. So I think you're starting to
Yeah.
feel out what everybody's taste is.
Sure.
Yeah, we can start calling you the cook.
That's how French people. That's what French people call the cook.
Is it culinary?
Uh,
All right, no, not as good.
you make a good sautéed goat.
Great. Yeah.
And when you all decide to rest, if you choose to take a long rest, Khalid, all of a sudden, when you get yourself to a bed somewhere in this fort, where there would be some, you find that you cannot move at full speed. And you
It's a good thing you're in bed.
realize, oh god, I can't really function at full form because I am exhausted. And I hope this is okay with you all, but that lasts for a week and a half.
Oh, okay.
So I think that you all have a little bit of downtime at this fort as you wait for Khalid to recover. So
Okay.
for downtime, just like any research, any like trying to make something, any trying to flirt with a handsome drow man.
I need to look into this. I should probably have that prepared. Sorry.
No, just I don't think like just like one little thing that anybody wants to do. Basically, I am doing this just to like advance time and because Khalid should be exhausted.
Yeah, I'll flirt with the drow man, as well as I kind of want to study that vicious short sword. I don't want to take it, but I just kind of want to look at its design and see if there's anything that I could possibly incorporate into my rapier for the future. if
Sure.
I ever come across anyone from my clan or anything.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
28.
Okay, so one day you find Gray. He's shirtless. You see that he's jacked, but like a life jacked, and he is sharpening his rapier. He smiles at you as you approach.
See, hey there, fella. That's quite the piece of steel you have. I've got a fine piece of wood myself. I pull out my rapier to show him.
Huh. Looks quite nice. I try to keep mine in good shape. But
Clearly.
he sets it aside and he says, "You try too hard," and he kisses you, and you see a little less of Biff, everybody, for the next day or
Yeah.
two.
Let's stay pretty busy.
Nice.
And then make an investigation check on the vicious short sword.
Alright. Is he a top or a bottom?
He's switch.
Okay, cool.
Well, I guess which is Biff.
He's also a switch.
All right.
Or they're
Good.
also a switch.
Okay, 9. You feel like you would be risking Tree Needle if you tried to use the design of it yourself. If you decided to
Okay.
take the vicious sword to someone else, like a carpenter, you might be able to get some working.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't have to hold on to it if someone else wants to take it. If I could just, at some point, maybe take it to a carpenter if we get back into town or something.
Yeah, I mean, you do have a saw, so maybe you would be able to work it out. But for right now, probably not.
Okay.
Everybody else, anything you want to do with your downtime, or do you just want to rest and hang out with your boys, or?
So Jackson, being a little risk taker here, I'm gonna spend some time like examining and studying the door that goes into the ritual chamber that Qualid went into, and I want to try and fit my my familiar in there and see if it can get inside.
Sure. What is the form that your familiar takes? Is it the
It's
celestial
the
beetle?
the scare beetle still, so it's the size of a spider basically.
Okay. And you slip it. It goes up beneath the ritual chamber door.
Hmm.
And it is in a room that's floor is the color of a sort of orange sunset. And there is a stand where armor may have gone once. And then there is a small pedestal that seems like you were supposed to place your hands on it.
And I'm gonna ritualistically cast the which spell is it? Sorry, I gotta bring up my sheet. Which one I have actually? Detect magic.
Okay.
And do it through my spider's spider's eye technically, to see if any of these objects in there have magic feel.
Yeah, all of them do. Your senses start going buck wild, as almost everything in the room has divine magic, and you can see that it is wildly different from second to second, going from this is a spell that evokes things, this is an abjuration spell, this is an illusion spell. It seems to go all over the way, but you can tell that it is not arcane, it is divine.
Okay. And once I get the sense of this stuff going on with my bug, I will bring it back to me. And I'm going to try and dimension door into the room.
Sure.
And be ready to jump back inside of the door if anything goes wild.
Yeah, you pop inside, and everything changes from that same familiar color to suddenly you are on 2 staircases of light. And then all of that begins to slip away, and you hear a familiar voice reaching out to you.
Oh,
The voice that pedestal in the dragon's lair had. Wizard, you seek again the divine gate. And then the voice gets cut off. And for a moment, you're back in the ritual room, and everything is normal and fine, and everything's okay. And then you begin to float, and you find yourself once more adrift in a world where everything seems to be time.
We all float down here.
oh, can I have a balloon?
And it's very strange to be back in this world of time. And then you feel that familiar being surround you again. Jackson Parr. That
Yes.
shall be the last contact the Void is able to form with you. The presence
I did
of
not expect that.
The presence of
I promise you
beings
I
from
wasn't looking
separate
for it.
realities meeting in one moment can at times create a window into your world for the Void, or for myself, Jackson Parr.
And you think the Void would want to be there, and you don't have any desire to be, right?
I seek only to ensure the safety of this world and the creation of the next. I have never meant to interfere with the affairs of the mortals or their creations in any reality. To do so would be insufficient.
Well, I will, I'll leave that area as soon as I can. I did not mean to meet this void. I was simply curious of what lied on the other side of that door.
Curiosity is your nature. I believe I have torn the last vestiges of Void's strength away from you. Forgive me. He is stronger than I.
Well, hopefully I don't accidentally make you run into each other again.
He and I are always...
I don't think I would much appreciate his hand in the world.
He and I are always together.
Oh. I thought you said that would open up your all's move into the mortal reality.
No. Beings from a reality before this is what allows he or I to step in directly.
Oh, is that what was in there?
Yes. The soul of a...
What kind of being stood before you? Who was the nature of being?
There were none before I but the Void. Beings from a reality before your reality. That room holds the soul of a fallen... Your people called them gods once upon a time. But he was simply a person from the reality before.
Oh, so my world has existed in multiple realities.
Indeed. Yours is the fourth reality. The fourth world.
Fourth.
Shaped by those who came from the third. As the third was shaped by those from the second, and the second shaped by the realities, the in the false realities of the first.
Interesting. So, this void thing that was there was part of the last reality, or it merely exists in a past reality still?
The void has existed since before reality. There was the void. From the void I was born, for nothing cannot exist in the absence of something. But for I to exist, there must be something to be. Thus, from I, there was the birth of the first reality. There things simply occurred because they came to be. But humans, then the only creatures on an earth recognizable to you, though there were creatures beyond the stars, humans envisioned things they did not understand as creatures, occurrences they could not explain as magic, and even the weather around them as gods. When the second reality came to be, those humans who were allowed to define the terms of the second reality brought that belief with them, and gods became real. Creatures they had explained, given names to explain what humans lived in another village a mile away, became real. And so it will be until myself and Void are no more.
Do you have much understanding of the thoughts and motivations of these now gods?
There are very few of those gods that came from the third reality. Most of the gods, the things that you believe to be divine beings, and since you mortals believe it, they are new creations. Only mortals can create gods.
No. Right there. Get over there and do it.
Jackson Parr, do you
And
seek?
so their power is real because mortals grant it to them.
This is correct. It is a divine bargain between mortals and those things which they worship.
What a angering thing that they choose to give out their power sparingly, considering their people are the ones that give it to them in the first place.
This is a decision you must make on your own, Jackson Parr. To me, a mortal and a being of divine nature seem very similar. Jackson Parr, do you seek to return to your waking reality?
Yes, I appreciate your, and then he kind of looks around and chuckles and proud at himself, your time.
Ha! Very well, Jackson Parr. I return you to your waking reality.
And you are back in the ritual chamber, but nothing is magical going on.
Okay, I'm going to, if the door will open, I'm gonna leave out of it, but if not, then I'll just dimension door back to where I came from.
Yeah, the door can open.
Okay.
And you return. Anything, Zakar or Khalid, anything you want to research or take a look at?
Yeah, so I want to. You said we're here for about a week, so I think I'm going to go to town maybe the second day that we're here, and I'm going to stock up on some supplies for everyone, like rations and some more perishable foods for us to cook in the kitchen. And I'd take any of the prisoners back that would want to go back with me. And I'd also want to buy some new clothes, I think. So just like I don't know. I guess he likes kind of like loose, silky things. So if they have stuff like that there, that's what he would look for. But needs some new digs.
A little negligee.
Yeah, like a little negligee. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. You find that you can find all of those clothes in
Perfect.
in the town of Merviz. And the prisoners all do return with you. This is not the town that they're from, but they
Sure.
are willing to stop there and go to begin the course of action needed to travel. But yeah, go ahead and take subtract 2 gold for all your new clothes and supplies together.
Okay. And like I said, I wanted to get rations for everyone, so maybe it would be more. I don't know.
Yeah, if you're gonna get that, just make it a even 5 gold.
5. Okay. Yeah,
And if you're
sounds
going
good.
shopping, could you also refill some of my,
Report.
well, that and, all of the stuff I use to cast, all of my...
Yeah, I'd get everyone's lists. I think I'd ask. I'd ask everyone what they
Okay,
want.
I'm gonna give you 1 platinum, and whatever is left over, you can tithe to your god.
Yeah, and that's where I was going next. So while I'm in town, I want to find some charities, and I have. I'll just tithe 2 platinum that I have. We'll make it 3 platinum, and I'll pay for whatever it costs.
Okay, yeah. And on the way back to the fort, however, you are stopped by an arrow that falls a few feet from you, and you almost drop all the things that you're holding, but then you see that there is a not like a note attached, but there's basically like a tiny banner hanging from it, and it is the Arm of Death. And from a tree, you see 2 shapes emerge, and it is the same pair of assassins that you met a few nights ago. And they approach. Peas, you did what needed to be done?
Yeah. I mean, I had some help from my companions, but I hope I did the will of Uzula Mazdan.
Yeah, well, good on. I figure you went out of your way, so got this for you, and they toss you a bag of coin.
I don't catch it because my arms are filled with groceries.
Oh yeah, right. And
You just let it drop on top of your thing. You just catch it with your arm full.
With the grocery, yeah.
You hacky sack it with your foot, and then catch it on the back of your neck. Yeah.
the young fella goes and picks it up, and
Yeah, this is kind of embarrassing. You seeing me like this, I guess. I imagine you guys don't do a lot of grocery shopping.
no, I mean we've got people who do that type of thing for us, but you don't. Maybe when you return, you decide if you want to fall in with the church or not. He gets a little bit more serious when he says that. But
Well, I mean, I was raised in a church, and we never really learned much about your arm. I might have to learn a little more.
yeah, it becomes a bit difficult to skulk around the shadows and do the work what needs doing if everybody knows everything you believe.
Yeah, right.
But information's there. We don't have anybody else we need taken care of nearby, so.
Well,
Hold on.
I'm of course always at the church's service, and I'll do a bow with just my head. still balancing the groceries.
Good on. And both of them just walk past you, now pretending like they are... the older woman scoops up the arrow, now pretending that they're just travelers walking around.
Nice.
And you return to the fort. Khalid, is there anything you do in your tired state?
I think I sleep for 3 days straight, and then I think my personality is very different the next few days. I'm definitely like consuming the meat that Zakar is making. I think I'll hold off for like the first day that I'm awake, but then I'll partake in Biff's drinking as well.
Oh, will you?
If you allow me.
Yeah.
And I think I'm just kind of an all-around different personality in this time. But I don't have anything that I want to do in that time period.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all the straight edge punks. It's just me.
Yeah.
You should
Speaking
have
of
gotten
booze,
those X's tattooed on your face.
Broke edge, baby. Broke edge. I'm gonna have to be jumped out of the gang.
speaking of booze, I would like to comb the kitchen and the storehouse to see if there's anything to restock my wares here.
Yeah, you find what seems to be some, like, aged moonshine.
Whoa, aged moonshine. You don't hear about that being aged too often. I wonder what that'll do.
I don't know either.
Makes it blinder.
What's really impressive from what you can tell is some of it seems to be, like, near... Well, okay, you find some stuff that is aged moonshine, but then you also find, like, aged whiskey. And some of what you find seems to be from Dal Royoth. From, like, 100 or 120 years ago. And, it is illegal to drink in Dal Royoth. It's illegal to make alcohol. It's illegal to bring alcohol in. So the fact that there's probably not much of this stuff in the world, so this is probably, even if it's bad, this is probably really expensive.
How much did I find?
You find
bottles?
2 bottles of this aged Dal Royoth whiskey.
And how much moonshine?
You got 3 bottles aged moonshine.
Okay, I'm gonna as soon as I find one of the bottles of Del Rey whiskey, I'm gonna crack it open and start drinking it.
Okay, it is delicious. It's the best whiskey you've ever had.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna take 2 good chugs out of it and then plug it back up and put it in the most padded part of my bag.
Okay. And all throughout the week, Fiahadora seems really interested in she keeps trying to ask you about magic, Jackson. Like, just, how do you... So you just learn a spell?
I mean, there are ways to understand the web of magic and
How?
existence. Well, first you have to set your mind to it.
Okay, how do you do that?
Okay, I'm going to show her I'm gonna take her to a table and have her sit down.
Yep, she sits down, super attentive.
I'm gonna tell her to close her eyes and think of the stars and the sun.
Oh, I avoid those things, but okay. Yeah, both her and Gray, do not go outside during the daytime, you notice. But she has seen them, so she can't imagine.
Okay, I think of... That's all I know how to do it. So I will draw out a glyph for dancing lights, and I'm going to rest my hand on hers and put it down on top of the glyph, and I'm going to tell her to sense the warmth of it.
Yeah, and you notice that as soon as you do, she almost instinctively begins to trace her hand around it.
And as she hits the right parts, I'm going to pull up my hand, drawing out the dancing lights from the glyph and letting them touch on her fingertips.
Yeah.
And then I say, now with your own eyes, see the dim lights of the...
And she opens them, and when she opens them, so you cast it, right?
Yeah.
You cast it, and then like right next to each of your lights, there is a light.
Natural.
Oh. Oh, that's weird. I didn't know I could do that.
Anyone can do it. It's some are better than others, and naturally, and some are just smarter and more tenacious and able to do it.
Could your friend Khalid do it?
He could if he put his mind to it and wanted to.
Could your friend Biff do it?
Oh, Biff does it his own way already.
Could your friend Zakar do it?
No.
Oh, so not everybody can do it.
Look, some of us can do magic, others can grow a mustache.
Well, you can grow a mustache. It's not impressive, but you have one.
I have a pretty mustache. His is a massive mustache.
She scrunches her face when you call your mustache pretty.
All right, lesson over.
And when the week is up, her and Gray, the last night that you all are spending there, they've decided that at sundown they are heading out.
Okay.
And the two of them are getting ready to leave, if any of you have anything to say to them.
Yeah, I'll just kind of blow Gray a kiss. Be like, if you're ever back on the surface world, don't be afraid to look me up.
I likely won't be in this life, but sure.
Yeah, another life, maybe.
And I'm going to, during the time between her asking about magic and them leaving, I'm going to write up a whole thing about, like, mapping out the universe and finding places for you to take control of other planes and stuff like that. And so basically, it's the kind of magic jargon that's in my book. I'm going to basically copy it over with some explanation and give it to her.
Yeah, and I think you see her trying to cast spells again in the time, and she can't quite get it again. It seems like she had like a really big case of beginner's luck, and is now like trying super hard and studying. So she might be able to, in some time, get something going, but just not immediately. And anything else? Nope. Okay. The two of them wave at you from the gate, and you watch as they trot away to try and find the below, as it's called. And the road north beckons you.
So we're on our way towards where Zakar was wanting to go, correct?
Yeah, like if you continue north, you will eventually make it to Ursamer.
Okay, and that's where we're kind of being led to, and it's like the place that Zakar was especially interested in.
So yeah, Ursamer is where he's from.
Yeah, I mean, we like in character. I'll be. Is it all right for us to continue north?
Yes, of course, and I think this is what we had planned. Plus, it's very important to you for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
What about you, Biff and Khalid?
Yeah, I'm in it for the long haul. I'm ready when you are.
Yes, Sakara, I'm fine going where you need to go.
Okay, well, of course, I won't ask you to fight for any battles that you don't believe in, but
I
feel
believe
called.
in protecting the same people you protect. So any fight that you find yourself in, I would find myself in as well.
I'll do the wrist shake with
Hell yeah.
Khalid when he does that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll lead. I feel like this area I might be a little more comfortable with, like navigating
Yeah, I think so.
the roads.
You probably did some
and-
caravan work through here.
Yeah, and so I'll pull out a pair of dowling rods, and I'll hold them loose in my hands, and they'll guide back and forth until eventually they cross in the direction that I think I need to go. And that's how I'll guide us back.
Yeah, sure. And you start your way north, And this will be the last map change of this session, because it is 8:50. Not this one. The map is too far away.
The clock world. Finally, I'm here.
Welcome to my world.
Hello, Uatu the Watch.
You all are walking along the northern road. Zakar leading you with his dowsing rods, and you look over, and strangely enough, you see a large ring of mushrooms, and you see a thick, tall elm tree that is surrounded by, like, it looks like it is chained down. Like there's large rocks sort of dug into the earth with chains around it that go over it.
That is peculiar.
Yeah, I'm kind of more interested in these mushrooms.
Oh, Biff, we didn't do that 8th that we bought.
Be careful. Some of those are poisonous for sure.
We might be able to do a grab bag if there's some good ones here.
I dismount my found steed. That's right, I took it.
Can I do a nature check then? As I approach?
On what? On the mushrooms?
I guess I'm more interested in like you said there's like chains on the. Like, do I know why a tree would be chained like that? Or is that would that be more of like a history check? I don't know. Survival?
You've never heard of a tree being chained up.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
So if you wanted to make a nature check on like the mushrooms or the type of tree, that would be fine.
No, I was just like racking my brain for like seeing something like this.
No,
So,
you had
no,
never
that's fine.
heard like the legend of like the chain
tree. Right, sure, yeah.
But are you all approaching it to look at the mushrooms?
It sounds like Biff was. I don't know.
Yeah, I am for sure.
Okay, Biff, when you get to around here, you hear a voice.
Hello?
Do you guys hear something?
Did we?
You all hear it, yeah. It's like a physical voice.
Yeah, who is that?
I am Long Root.
Are you the tree?
I am.
Are you okay? Do you need help?
No. I do need help.
No, I do need help.
I am not okay. I need help. I awoke some time ago after centuries of sleep, and I lashed out in surprise as a human slept below. He ran, returned with many men with chains, and they bound me down. I cannot move. I must move or I will perish soon.
Why did they chain you?
They could tell that I lived. They became afraid of me. Please break these rocks and let me move.
But you're not of any threat to any villages or people you might stumble upon, right?
I am a tree. I do not seek to harm anyone.
Okay. Yeah, guys, I think we could probably free this tree, right?
Yeah, sure.
Do you know anything about these mushrooms, Mr. Tree?
I did not see them when I slept, but when I awoke, they were here.
Are they friends of yours?
They do not speak as I do. They do not think as I do.
Zakar, do you know which ones are edible and which ones are fun-edible and which ones are poisonous?
Yeah, let me take a look. I think I'll do that nature check now, Ben.
Yeah, sure.
It's 22.
Yeah, you can tell. It's like every third one is a trip mushroom, and every fifth is a math doesn't work. Every few of them are poisonous, and every few of them would send you on a trip.
Yeah, don't eat these, but I think these are the fun kind you were talking about, Jackson.
Excellent. We should gather those. Also, the ones you know are poisonous, I might be able to work them into some kind of a tincture that we could use someday.
Please.
Oh, yeah. Sure.
Free
Yeah, maybe
me.
let's let this guy free first, then we can get the mushrooms, maybe.
Yeah, good call.
Oh, okay.
Quilly, I mean, does that make sense to you?
Can I mean, when I listen to this tree talk, is there any sense that it's trying to trick us in any way? Is there like does he sound disingenuous
Do you want to
as
do
a tree?
Do you want to do an insight check on the tree?
I think so. Natural 20.
He's lying to you.
You know, trees are natural liars. They lie to people. They often lie. He's a lying tree.
I'll tell you, he was telling the truth when he described being chained up. He was lying to you when he said he doesn't seek to harm anyone.
Tree, look at me in the eye with your...
You hear cracking, and nothing changes on the tree's exterior, but maybe his eyes are looking at you.
Who would you harm, tree?
I would eat occasionally.
That of people?
Sometimes.
What are you, tree?
I am a tree. Spirit.
You're a spirit. Where are you from, tree?
I do not know. I have slept for centuries. My body drifting with the water beneath the earth. Will you free me?
I have an idea that we could free you and it would be safe. Are you willing?
Free me.
That sounds like a yes, doesn't it? I'm looking at the three of you guys.
I don't think that he... I don't think he has any interest in playing by our rules.
Well, I'm just saying it would be beneficial to the tree themselves and to, us and possibly just humans in general that would come by.
Why don't you say your idea out loud? Or you just want to do
I'll
it?
just... I mean, do you agree, Tree? I think it might... You'll go home.
Free me.
Alright, I'll give it a shot. And I'm going to cast Banishment on it.
Okay.
So it needs to make a Charisma 16 spell save.
It did not make it.
So it is banished. If it's not from this plane of existence, it's like literally in its home plane. However that works in your, worldscape.
Yeah.
If not, then he's just there for a minute while I concentrate on this.
Yeah. You notice the
It's in another realm.
chains. The tree pops away, and there is now like what looks like a tree was pulled up by the roots. So you see like a bunch of cool bugs like writhing around in the dirt. But those chains fall away and just sort of hang limply on the ground as the tree disappears.
And do I get a sense that he is like sent someplace else, or is it very much that I'm just holding him at bay for now?
You are holding him at bay for now.
Well, he's from here, guys. We have a minute before he's going to come back, and I believe those chains are not going to be on him when he comes. Perhaps they will, I don't know. This is a new one for me. I haven't experimented a lot with it.
Well, I guess we're responsible for him then. We should maybe take a few steps back, and I'm gonna try fail not for the day.
Sure. Wisdom save.
Yep. Nope.
All right, you cannot use fail not today.
Okay. Yeah, so I pull that one out, and I like try to pull the bowstring back, and I'm like, maybe not. I put it back and get my regular one back.
I'm going to put my mask back on and kneel to the ground, and say a quick prayer, and then get to my feet and prepare to attack this tree when it reappears.
Maybe we should get the good mushrooms now before they get stomped on or something.
Yeah, there's one right there, right in front of you, Jackson. If you want it, I'm like walking back while I'm saying that.
And the tree reappears and attacks you.
Wait. Actually, wait. According to what this reads, if the spell ends before 1 minute has passed, the target reappears in the space, blah, blah, blah. Otherwise, the target doesn't return.
That's only in the native plane one.
Is native to a different plane. Oh, I see what you mean.
Yeah, so the tree pops back up, it
Okay, got
lunges
it.
forward and is going to attack Jackson, and we will see what happens there in 2 weeks. That's a cliffhanger for all of you watching at home.
That's a real tree hanger.
Yeah, it's a cliffhanger hangs off of a root that hangs out of the cliff.
Maybe we should avoid that kind of language, Brian.
Wait, what'd I say?
Oh, okay. Hey, everybody,
Oh,
thanks
Jesus.
for watching the Sunken World Saga. We'll be back on Wednesday with the A-Team as they explore the Temple of Kastarash, Hallandor, God of Death. Thank you all for watching. Don't go to PetSmart.
Yeah,
Go
please edit out what I said.
Their trees will eat you.